I'll do another sing ad lib.
I'm Isaac, I'm 24, from Nottingham.
No, I don't know if I like that end bit. Do you like it? It's your track, man.
You hearing this?
I'm Tiffany Jade Holland. I just turned 23.
My name's Scores, I'm a rapper from Nottingham.
Life. There's no medication or painkillers for life surprises. Sometimes the biggest fight is inside us, whether it's confidence. My journey with mental illness often finds its way into my lyrics. Breakups, problems at home, you don't want to wake up. I've been to some dark places.
Started to do things that were a bit odd, and then I thought that the aeroplanes were listening to what I was saying. I thought the TV could hear me. So I was hallucinating. Yeah, it was well scary. I remember one day I sat in the back garden and I sliced all my arms. And that's when my mum rang the doctors and said, look, you know, he needs help.
Music definitely helps. And I know I'm not the only one who needs it.
Yeah, I've dealt with mental health problems for a while now, probably 4 or 5 years I've been dealing with it. It's been quite difficult. Depression and anxiety.
You feel like you're holding a lot inside.
You know, I have good days and I have bad days like everyone, but my bad days seem to last for a long time.
Even though like your personality is still the same, there's still that massive part of you that is missing.
Whether you're dealing with schizophrenia like me, anxiety, low self-esteem, or depression, mental illness makes everyday life hard. But I'm proof that music can heal, which leads me to the biggest challenge I have ever taken on.
It was like this idea of what if we get everyone, you know, talking about mental health, and it's flourished into this thing of 30 people going into one building without knowing each other.
So here's the plan. Make an album from scratch for World Mental Health Day in just 3 weeks.
I was on the verge of giving up on my music dream, but I figured last try I'll, send in my application.
Music's something that I've always wanted to do, but I've never had the courage to go and do it. I've been trying to convince myself to do open mic nights for the last 3 years and never happened.
None of us have done anything quite like it before.
If you see any record exec or music producer say, we've got 3 weeks, we need an album, they'd laugh at you. It's an impossible task. I liken it to when Forest won the Cup in '79.
We could keep it music-based.
With the odds stacked against us, we've got to get cracking.
So this is, I'm cool with this. This is, I really don't want to do this.
At the beginning of the workshop, we do an icebreaker exercise.
We put a visual to everyone's names and we might get it. So, my one is going to be Trekker.
It was crazy, the amount of people that were just in the room.
We all ended up doing stuff that we're not comfortable with, and they really pushed the boat out from the first day.
You can see who's shy, who's the confident one, who's the one who doesn't want to talk, who's the one that's outlandish, because you've got to deal with people in different ways.
Thank you very much, guys. Very nice.
They're going to need plenty of help getting their ideas turned into tracks.
And take your hands off.
Now I know it's crazy. Started spitting here with Scores easy. We all opened up a lot that first day. I just hope that they'll all be back in the morning.
At the end of the day, look, it's an album, but it's a health project. So we want to make sure everyone's happy and well and having a good time.
Day 2, and the studios are buzzing.
Listen, literally, basically, right? Do you know what I mean? Don't be tight, I'm brassic, Baltic.
So we've got Jazare, who I'm calling my silent killer. Doesn't really talk much, he just gets the work done. Ramek, he's my P Diddy, he's the executive producer. Confident guy, you do this, you do that. He's the authoritative figure, yeah, I need a violin. Elms, cool guy, laid back, superstar.
That's nice.
These strangers are becoming friends and starting to produce amazing sounds, inside and out.
Yeah, so we're going to go out to the Lock and the train station and get some field recordings.
A little belter.
Now we're grabbing people from one room putting him on the track there, grabbing a singer from over there who's singing on that song and putting him over there. So by tomorrow, everyone's involved in everything.
I started working with the young lady Eden on a sort of solo project. The song was called Under the Earth, and it was a sense of, you know, when you feel like everything's weighing on you.
It's just the thing of like, you know, you can really feel dead and buried, but at the same time, seeds grow and new life grows and you're kind of waiting to be reborn.
It was a whirlwind cyclone blur of creativity and just cool ideas and fun things going on in a nurturing, safe environment where we can all, you know, be ourselves and collaborate better.
Trish is the brains behind the operation. You don't see her centre stage very often, but she got us the money and helped me get the project off the ground.
It's funded by Youth Music and the Lottery, and the idea is for young people to come along, meet new friends, talk about mental health, any issues they've got, get out the bedrooms and just start creating.
Yeah, ferocious. She will go out there and she will find reasons and resources to do amazing things.
With just a day left to finish the album, which we're calling Circle of Light, it's time to put the word out.
Hey up and a very good evening. It's Thursday the 1st of August. You're listening to BBC Radio.
These three were so shy when I met them, and here they are now loving life, live on the radio.
What's your mental health like now, nearing the project coming to an end?
I feel like a boss.
Yeah?
I have to give myself a pat on the back because I'm like, I've pushed myself so much and I come out and I feel like 100 times better.
1, 2, 3. Who could imagine how much 3 weeks could have changed people's lives? Even Samea's swapped her studio for ours.
I'm very good at playing poker face, like I'm not scared, but I'm absolutely terrified.
5, 6, 7.
Bismillah, S-U-M-M-A-Y-A. Can't say that I didn't pave my way.
She brought her own mental health story for the album and a surprise guest.
What Frank, man? Legend. Right, guys, this is Frank, BBC Leicester, and also the drummer for the Fun Loving Criminals.
Let me hit for a lickle. Yeah, just a trickle. Tickle, tickle.
He may be in a famous band, but here, he's just like everyone else.
A lot of this is about maybe people that suffer with mental health, and that's huge for me because that's something I've struggled with for a long time. Some things are just really bad sometimes. You don't even want to leave a room, let alone be on live BBC radio or play in front of hundreds of thousands of people.
Your negativity can't enter me. Space in my head, I don't rent. The tracks are ready to cut, and we can hardly believe what we're hearing.
They did it. They did it in 3 weeks. Listen to this album and these youngsters, what they've done. Everything is on this album. It's an absolute classic.
People on the project, they didn't really know each other, and to see how they've gelled and how they've written from their hearts and really been vulnerable in a room to do music and to sing in front of each other, I just think it's really special.
The atmosphere has been amazing. You can see it in my face right now. I haven't stopped smiling for a few days. And before this, I was pretty miserable.
I've been accepted in this environment where I can just be myself, and everyone's welcomed it with the biggest open arms I could have possibly asked for.
If you're happy, then I'm happy.